Ka Sorkar Meghalaya kalabu iladia banlong kathong ban kring ya ka jingbay Tyngka na ki company shimet ka balong $1 billion ha ki post Snem ban kintiyo ya ka yok kakot ka Jylla Khmih bakumju ban poy sa ka jing angnut ban pun urlong ya ka yok kakot ka $1 billion. Umentri rang ba ka Jylla Meghalaya u konrat ki sangma ulaong baka phai Khmih ban penyeso jing traikam ka North East Industrial Policy jong ka Sorkar India bat ka Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy arhaja apsaw jong ka Sorkar Jylla ban yok penurlong ya ka yok kakot ka $1 billion. Ulaong bakat kum ka jing ken jing dia ka Sorkar Jylla kan pelut news pak keluar Tyngka ban aya ki jing don kam syaki company ki bathmu bai Tyngka na ka benta ki project bapher ha ka Jylla ba ka Sorkar India kalamang news pak keluar Tyngka na ka benta ka Jylla na ka bha jong ka NEIP. Ulaya thu baki don pratali ki Memorandum of Understanding ki balaya soy ha katayo ka baladap baki company bapher ha ki benta jing atrekam kum ka jing kintiyo ka kam jungokai ka jing snatching bam ka technology ka kot ka khya bat ki jing di nalor ki weipat.
The government of Meghalaya had come out with what we called the Invest Meghalaya Authority, and an act for that was passed in the assembly in the last session called the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy 2024. Based on this particular Investment Meghalaya Authority, which has two parts. First part is to ease the entire process of application and taking necessary permissions to start an industry, which will be done through the Investment Meghalaya Authority and a portal which we are in the process of creating, which will then replace the single window system that we have. Not only will we make it easy for the individuals and the companies to apply, we are also working towards ensuring that the different permissions are given in a time-bound manner, and in some cases, if the permissions and response is not received from the department concerned, those permissions will be taken as accepted and as agreed to, and will be given to the concerned companies. So all that process has been worked on by the Invest Meghalaya Authority, and as I said, this will replace the older single window system that we had. That is the first part. But the second part of the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy and the Invest Meghalaya Authority is to now incentivize the overall investment programs and attract different investments in different sectors. And for that, we are happy to announce that the new Meghalaya Industrial Policy has been passed day before yesterday by the Cabinet of Government of Meghalaya. In this, there are many factors. I will not go through all the specifics of it, but I'll just give you a basic idea in a nutshell. Through this particular program, and in order to achieve the $10 billion economy, we have calculated that we require a minimum of $1 billion in terms of private investment that we need to achieve, which will then add to the overall 10 billion target that we have. And hence, to achieve this $1 billion minimum in the investment in the private sector, the different incentives have been created. We are expecting to touch that number in the coming years, and we have calculated that if the $1 billion investment is expected in the state of Meghalaya, roughly as a state government, through this particular policy, in the next 10 years time, because obviously the companies will apply and all these things, and the money will flow through these next 10 years and even ahead, depending on when they apply. The government of Meghalaya will be roughly spending and budgeting about close to 700 crores to be given as different incentives to the different companies who will invest. The incentives will come in the form of capital investment, in the form of interest subvention, in the form of SGST reimbursement, and additionally for smaller micro and local units and other units that are in our priority list, we will give other benefits like power installations, especially in green power, water treatment plants or water harvesting systems, different kind of procurement policy which will have some kind of preference for local products being procured, example like transport subsidy, especially for priority products and areas where transportation within the state of Meghalaya and buying from locals, those kind of transportation areas will be subsidized, so on and so forth. And for local domicile also, we also have a component where the provident fund aspect up to about 1800 rupees per year will also be reimbursed by the state government under the new industrial policy. So it is, in a nutshell, a very, very aggressive policy. I can confidently say that it is one of the more aggressive policies in the country, and also definitely in the Northeast it is one of the most aggressive policies. What is also important in this is that we have also come out with priority sectors, and we have declared many sectors as industries which were not declared earlier as industries. For example, tourism is part of this industrial policy. We have food processing as part of this industrial policy that we're coming up with. Different kind of academies, especially related to sports and music and culture, those aspects also will come in. Film making will come into this particular industrial policy that we're bringing in. So on and so forth. We have come out with such priority sectors, and these priority sectors have been defined on the basis of the strengths that we have in our state and the possibility of having highest impact in terms of job creation, number one, and number two, in terms of the local products and sales being promoted, where the local farmers and local producers should benefit, who will supply the products as raw materials to these different large companies or investments of the private sector that come in to the system. Apart from the state industrial policy, you're all aware of the Unnati, which is the Northeast industrial policy of the Government of India. We have dovetailed in one way and combined these two policies together, where we expect that in the next 5 years, of course 5 years I'm talking in terms of the government, but 3 years in terms of the window where the Government of India is allowing the applications to take place, the 4 years from our side where the window for application, but the implication of that is 10 plus years they will get. So we expect that in these years when this particular scheme is going to be applicable, that Government of India has already earmarked close to about 600 crores for the state of Meghalaya in terms of the share from the Unnati scheme or the Northeast industrial policy. We expect that we should be able to perform well, like we have done in many other sectors, and we should be able to get an additional 700 crores, which of course is there, the provisions are there within the provisions of the Northeast industrial policy, the Unnati policy. And we hope that with the 1400 crores from the central government side and the 600 crores from 700 crores roughly from Meghalaya government side, which means 2000 plus crores of incentives in a 8,000 crore or 8,300 crores plus $1 billion plus of investments we expect. We do expect that we'll get a lot of positive response from the government, from the different sectors, I'm sorry. At the same time, we have already signed MOUs worth about 2,957 crores have already been signed at different levels. 9 MOUs have been inked in the past 1 week, and those include different areas from tourism to food processing, to different areas of technology and even some areas of pharmaceuticals, and also in terms of the beverages in different areas. So all of these investments and MOUs of close to 2,957 have already been inked after this entire policy and everything has come into place. And in fact today we will be officially also signing 2 more proposals. One is with, apart from the other 9 that we have signed already, one will be with 8 we have signed already, one will be signed with Varun Beverages, which is the holding company that runs the different Pepsi plants all over the country. So roughly about 180 plus crores is going to be invested by Pepsi, by Varun Beverages to put up a Pepsi plant for supply of Pepsi and other products in Meghalaya as well as in other parts of the country, especially in North Bengal and other parts of Assam. Maybe that is the company's policy. That details I don't have, but this is one of the MOUs. Second MOU also will be signing today or rather we are declaring today, is that we will be having the Northeast United putting up their first residential football academy in Maukunu. And as you're aware, Mr. John Abraham is himself here today. He has gone to see the land parcel which the government is giving to them, where the Northeast United Residential football training academy will come up. So these were basically the most important points that are there. And sorry. Apart from this particular policy, once again, in line with what we had mentioned last time in my Mission 10 document, budget speech, that we are also pushing the power sector also very aggressively. And hence we have come out with a new power policy. And it is again a very aggressive power policy. Seeing our power policy, we already have 3 or 4 organizations who have contacted us, who are very keen to set up power sector companies and projects here in the state of Meghalaya, ranging from pump storage projects to even thermal projects and also to solar power projects. So we are getting a very positive response. We do expect that in the next couple of months we will get more clarity on these projects, and I'm very confident that we will be able to initiate few projects within the next financial year in the state of Meghalaya in terms of power generation. The third policy, which has come out again in line with our Mission 10 document and our Mission 10 goals that we have, is the promotion of IT. And for that, as you're aware, we've come out with an IT policy also. And we're getting tremendous response and a positive response from the different players. And we expect that this particular policy will help us create an additional 15,000 jobs in the IT sector, minimum, that is, direct employment, and another 10,000 to 15,000 indirect employment. Also the industrial policy that we have brought in, where we spend about 700 crores. We do expect that on a rough estimate, we are expecting, depending because of the industries also matters, but on a ballpark figure and the average that we have seen in the past, we do expect that this particular industrial policy will again help us create another 50,000 jobs. And hence, we have worked out meticulously the process through which we will achieve our $10 billion economy, and also meticulously how we will achieve the 5 lakh job opportunities in different sectors. And for each of those sectors to be able to achieve each of those goals, we have detailed program and policies. And today I have laid down the industrial policy, the power policy, and the IT policy in front of you.
जब राजू को अपने महीने के राशन का चावल मिला, तो उसने देखा कि कुछ चावल के दाने बाकी दानों से अलग लग रहे थे। राजू को कुछ ठीक नहीं लगा। उसने इस बारे में अपने दोस्त देव से बात की।
देव, मैंने इस बार फोर्टिफाइड चावल लिया था, जिसमें सूक्ष्म पोषक तत्व मिले हुए हैं, पर मुझे इसमें प्लास्टिक जैसा कुछ दिखाई दे रहा है।
मैंने भी सुना है कि आजकल प्लास्टिक के चावल आम चावल में मिलाकर बेचे जा रहे हैं। इसके बारे में मैंने एक वीडियो भी देखा है, जिसमें उन्होंने चावल से बॉल बना दी थी।
क्या ये सच है? अब हम इस चावल का क्या करें?
राजू, आज पड़ोस में हमारे एरिया के फूड सेफ्टी ऑफिसर आए हुए हैं। चलो उनसे ही पूछते हैं।
राजू और देव ने अपने एरिया के फूड सेफ्टी ऑफिसर से मिलकर इस बारे में बात की।
सर देखिए, इस फोर्टिफाइड चावल में कुछ दाने अलग दिख रहे हैं।
घबराइए नहीं। FSSAI के निर्देश के अनुसार चावल में सूक्ष्म पोषक तत्वों को सही मात्रा में मिलाया जा रहा है। इन्हें कहते हैं फोर्टिफाइड चावल। फोर्टिफाइड चावल के दाने चावल का पाउडर और सूक्ष्म पोषक तत्व जैसे विटामिन B12, फॉलिक एसिड और आयरन को सही मात्रा में मिलाकर बनाए जाते हैं। फिर इन्हें आम चावल के साथ 1 दाना प्रति 100 दाने के अनुपात में मिलाया जाता है।
अच्छा, पर ये बॉल जैसा क्यों हो जाता है?
पके हुए चावल में 80% स्टार्च होता है और कार्बोहाइड्रेट की अधिक मात्रा होने के कारण चावल चिपकता है और इसमें लचीलापन आता है। और हाँ, किसी भी तरह के चावल को चिपकाकर इस तरह की बॉल बन सकती है।
ये तो आपने बिल्कुल सही बात बताई सर, लेकिन क्या फोर्टिफाइड चावल के रख रखाव और पकाने के तरीके में कोई फर्क होता है?
जी नहीं, फोर्टिफाइड चावल के रख रखाव, स्वाद और पकाने की विधि आम चावल जैसी ही होती है। हमें फोर्टिफाइड चावल को अपने रोजाना के खाने में प्रयोग करना चाहिए, ताकि हमें और हमारे परिवार को सही पोषण मिल सके। इसके साथ साथ सभी चावल उत्पादकों को भी फोर्टिफाइड चावल उपलब्ध करवाने चाहिए ताकि हम सब इससे स्वास्थ्य लाभ ले सकें।
आपने तो हमारी आंखें ही खोल दी। अब हम अपने और अपने परिवार के लिए फोर्टिफाइड चावल ही लाएंगे।
फूड सेफ्टी एंड स्टैंडर्ड्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया द्वारा जनहित में जारी।